Hey, it's Ryan from Modula Racks. What I'm going to try and do here today is give some information, I suppose, do some tests on EV vehicles and specifically carrying extra stuff on your EV vehicle. But with these vehicles, when you put something on them, their range or their fuel consumption goes up incredibly. So what I'm going to do, we happen to have this 2017 Bolt EV Premier in our fleet. So I'm going to do some tests. I'm starting to take the Thule roof racks off the top, and I'm going to do a number of loops as controlled as I can so that they're all equal to one another, and see how much range drop we have, more specifically how much higher electricity or fuel consumption we get by adding things to this vehicle, and in hopes that we can find the most efficient way to carry stuff, extra stuff on your EV. But also, if you're considering an EV, this is just good information for you to have so you know how you're going to use your car and what its real world usage is going to be like. So let's get to it. Okay, so we are in the 2017 Bolt, and this is our test run. We're going to power it up, put all of our windows up, because I don't want a bunch of wind noise and wind drag when we're doing this test. What we're going to do, we'll come to our odometer here, which currently is showing 16.2 kilowatts over 865 kilometers. So that is reset. Let's hit the road. So we are going to be pulling out of the back of our parking lot here. I'm not sure the exact distance. This is our test loop. So once we are done this, that'll be our benchmark. I'm trying to make this as real as I can so that we're not trying to achieve anything specific here. We're not trying to get hyper mileage or get the best range we can. We just want to drive in a very regular way in both directions, try and make it as similar as we possibly can. Okay, we are merging onto the highway. There is a small bit of construction that we have to go through to get started here, but we're pulling up to about 75 kilometers per hour. We're now going to carry on. Traffic has eased up significantly, so we are going to basically I have set the cruise control at 100 kilometers an hour. Not exactly how I wanted the test, because I did want to go a little bit faster than that for real world, but I think this will still be a pretty good example of what the efficiency changes are. So right now we're running at 17.8 kilowatts per 100 kilometers, traveling at 100 kilometers an hour on the nose, with our HVAC set to 22 degrees with AC on, and it's set into auto, and traffic has lightened up quite a bit. So I'm now that guy that's doing the speed limit. How exciting. Okay, we are pulling back up to the shop. We're gonna back into the same spot we left from, and that will conclude our first run and be our benchmark test for our consumption from here on out. So there we are. I just put it in park. 27.9 kilometers, 16.9 kilowatts per 100 kilometers used. And again, it's about 18 degrees outside. HVAC is set at 22 degrees. I really wish I'd set it at 21 because it's pretty hot and sweaty in here with the sun beating down, but that is besides the point. Let's get outside, get the roof racks back on this thing, and do it again. Okay, so back in the Bolt EV. Off we go. Put the transmission into low range. Back through the parking lot the same way that we went before. And we're going to try to do the exact same loop at as close as we can get the exact same speed. At the exact same temperature, in the exact same car, with the exact same person. And the only difference being that we have a set of Thule roof racks up top. And does that change our consumption? Okay, so we are just about to enter onto the highway. Gonna try and see if I can duplicate what I did before. And what I mean by that is nice, easy acceleration up to speed. It's already looking a little less busy on the highway. So I'll try and keep my speed down a little bit here, stay in the right-hand lane, trying to keep this as consistent as I possibly can. Okay, so we are pulling back into the parking lot, and interestingly enough, at this point, it looks like roof racks are more efficient than no roof racks. On that run, we got 27.9 kilometers, same as last time, 16.4. It's dropped to 19 degrees, went up to 20. HVAC set at 22. Exact same loop, obviously some traffic differences. Obviously that is what actually created the difference in mileage or energy consumption, not the roof racks. Just as a disclaimer, I'd love to say it is, but I don't know how that would actually be a thing. So pretty close. Let's go with the fact that the roof racks made no difference to the energy consumption whatsoever. So if you do have an EV, do not fret. You can buy a set of roof racks, at least if it's a Bolt, and it will make virtually no difference to your economy and to your energy consumption. Okay, so part 3, testing the efficiency with a set of Thule wing bars and a set of Rocky Mounts Tomahawk wheel grab bike racks, 2 of them up on the roof. Okay, we are back, and as I worried, we got our best efficiency yet. So with a set of roof racks and bike racks, we did our 27.9 kilometers using it just rolled over 15.8 kilowatts as soon as I basically pulled up the parking lot here. So what do we do? 16.7, 16.4, and now 15.8. So what we've learned here is speed affects EVs almost more than anything else. Putting that stuff on the top of the car, doing the same loop, really doesn't seem to have had an effect other than we became more efficient. I don't think that's from the roof racks. I think that's strictly to the traffic and the speed. So before it gets too much busier out, let's get some bikes up there and do the same loop again. All right, well, other than starting off a little bit slow, this has been probably the most consistent run of them all. Probably on par with the one we had this morning. There isn't a huge difference in energy consumption with just roof racks on the roof. It's when you start getting things with more wind drag that the difference really starts to take place. Let's check in and see where we're at. So 20.8 kilowatts per 100 kilometers. That makes a big difference on what your range is going to be able to do. This car has a 65 kilowatt battery. So, you know, you can do the math off that. Basically, with those bikes on top, the maximum I'm going to be able to do is 300 kilometers. And that's going to change depending on road conditions. So we've done 4 tests. We've done basic car, a set of roof racks with bike carriers, and then the last one, those bike carriers with the same 2 bikes that are currently on the back of the vehicle up on the roof of the vehicle. So we are using the Rocky Mounts guide rail bike rack on the back of the car here, and exact same bikes on the hitch. We're just not going to see the same wind drag. So I think this is going to be a fair bit more efficient than having them up top, but let's go do the exact same loop we've been doing, try and do it at the exact same speed and see what we get. Okay, we were able to get up to 110 kilometers an hour for a little bit there. We are now dropped down to 100 kilometers per hour, and we have her set on cruise control, and we are cruising along here in fairly open highway, so should be able to hold this speed. You know, those bikes on the back, they're as wide as the car. The car is designed to be fairly slippery through the wind on the highway. So as that air is traveling behind the vehicle, it's getting caught in those bikes, acting as a a little bit of a parachute back there, some wind drag. So not to be expected that it's not as good as not having them on there, but it is expected that it is better than having them on the roof. So just about to the exit, we'll do our loop and then we'll head back. Okay, we are back at the shop and we have finished our 5th run in our 2017 Bolt EV, trying to find the most efficient way to carry things on your electric vehicle. We were using bikes here. So what we found is with the bikes on the back, if we compare it to our first run, which is likely the most likely or most comparable run to all of the ones we did, where we got 16.7 kilowatts per 100 kilometers with no roof racks on the top, nothing on the back of the car, just me. This time we got 18.1, so that is just over an 8% increase having the bikes on the back and having roof racks on the top compared to nothing on the car. What we did find is that having the bikes on the top, no bike rack on the back, but bikes on the top on carriers, gave us a 25% increase. That is substantial. That is really going to affect your range and how far you can go in your EV vehicle. That is also indicative to how much drag you're putting even on your petrol vehicle. We also learned that putting roof racks on your EV actually makes it more efficient. So you should buy roof racks for your EV at modularracks.com. We do ship free anywhere in Canada. That is a joke, of course. In our test, we did get more efficient, but I am not saying that that will give you the same results. But I am saying I suspect you will see very little to no efficiency loss by putting roof racks on your vehicle. So if you enjoyed watching this video, we thank you, and please like it, because that helps us very much to have other people see this as well if you found it informative, so that they'll watch it and get the same information. But 2, hit that subscribe button, because next time we do a test or review a product or something like that, you'll get notified. And finally, this takes a lot of time, and if you want us to do another video, make comment below. Tell us, would you like me to do one with cargo box on the top versus one on the back? If you guys want that, it's information you want to know, we'll look at putting the time in to make that video for you guys. And finally, if you need anything roof rack related, please hit up modularracks.com, send us an email, hit the online chat, or do a purchase. We have really good shipping, free shipping anywhere in Canada to most locations, really easy returns. So support us. We're a small company here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, and we appreciate your support. Again, it's Ryan from Modular Racks. We'll see you next time.